The massive gates of the Zephyrian Combat Academy loomed high into the twin suns' glare, their metal surface etched with glowing runes that pulsed like hearts. The courtyard beyond swarmed with alien students, creatures of every imaginable form, some with 6 arms, some with scales that shimmered in fractal patterns, others with elongated limbs that seemed to float rather than walk. The air hummed with the tension of anticipation, a low vibration that hinted at raw power and years of rigorous training. In the midst of this alien sea, one human stepped forward. He was unremarkable in appearance. Average height, lean build, brown hair slightly tousled, but something about his calm composure drew attention. Whispers rippled through the crowd, sharp and incredulous. Humans weren't supposed to survive here, let alone compete. Even the instructors glanced at him, their multiple eyes narrowing with curiosity. Some tilted their heads, muttering under breath about human fragility and lack of natural combat skills. A young Zephyrian with metallic silver skin nudged his friend, gesturing toward the human. "Do you think he even knows how to throw a punch?" The friend snickered, a high-pitched, chittering laugh. Others joined in, their amusement mixed with the faintest hint of derision. Yet the human walked forward, step by deliberate step, like he owned the ground beneath him. There was no hesitation, no sign of fear, only a steady confidence that unsettled the aliens more than their whispers ever could. The academy director appeared on a raised platform, towering even for an alien, cloaked in ceremonial robes that shimmered like liquid crystal. His voice, amplified by a harmonic resonance, filled the courtyard. "Students, today begins your first assessment. You will demonstrate not only skill, but adaptability, strategy, and the will to dominate." Every student tensed, their postures perfect and intimidating. All eyes inevitably drifted back to the human. He didn't flinch. Instead, he allowed a small, almost imperceptible smile to touch his lips. He had trained for this moment his entire life, not in flashy, multi-limb techniques, but in efficiency, precision, and understanding his opponent. As the gates to the training arena slid open, a collective gasp swept through the students. The arena itself floated, a massive anti-gravity chamber suspended above a swirling vortex of energy, its walls shifting with holographic projections of combat challenges. The aliens readied themselves, expecting to witness humiliation. The human stepped forward, seemingly ordinary, yet radiating an energy that whispered of surprises to come. No one knew it yet, but everything they believed about human weakness was about to be shattered. The students were led into the massive training arena, a floating chamber shimmering with energy shields and shifting holograms. Gravity fluctuated in controlled waves, making even the most agile aliens struggle for balance. They spread out in disciplined formations, stretching and flexing their limbs in ways no human body could imitate. The human, standing quietly among them, rolled his shoulders, cracked his neck, and assumed a stance so simple it looked almost foolish. A few alien cadets snickered, unable to hide their amusement. When the signal blared, holographic opponents materialized, towering constructs designed to mimic real combatants. The aliens launched into the fray, their movements elegant but chaotic, each trying to outdo the others with complexity. The human moved differently, minimal, precise, almost effortless. He sidestepped an incoming strike, pivoted, and countered with a single, well-timed motion that dismantled the hologram instantly. The spectators froze. Another attack came, faster this time. Again, he reacted with pure efficiency, no wasted energy, no hesitation. As the simulation ended, the arena fell silent. The human hadn't used fancy techniques or glowing weaponry, just timing, control, and awareness. For the first time, the alien students realized that simplicity could be terrifyingly effective, and the human's calm confidence no longer seemed foolish at all. Word of the human's performance spread like wildfire through the academy. Even the most elite students whispered his name with disbelief, while instructors exchanged uneasy glances. A council of top-ranked alien fighters demanded a formal demonstration, eager to test if the human's skill was real, or merely luck. The arena buzzed with anticipation, a storm of alien voices, energy fields, and floating combat drones. When the human stepped forward, the senior champion, a towering Zephyrian with 6 whip-like limbs and crystalline eyes, lunged at him with a flurry of blinding strikes. Each movement was faster, more complex, almost impossible to follow. The human shifted lightly on his feet, reading the attacks with uncanny precision. Instead of matching the champion's elaborate maneuvers, he used minimal movement, redirecting force and exploiting gaps with calculated efficiency. In a heartbeat, The champion was disarmed, pinned, and immobilized without a single wasted motion. Silence fell. Gasps echoed through the arena. Alien students stared, jaws dropping, unable to comprehend what they had just witnessed. "Basic moves," the human muttered softly, almost apologetically. "Sometimes that's all you need." The words rippled through the crowd, igniting murmurs of shock and awe. For the first time, the Academy realized that raw complexity did not always equal superiority, and that humans, underestimated for centuries, might just hold an edge no alien had expected. The atmosphere in the Academy shifted overnight. Where once there had been ridicule and doubt, now there was awe and quiet respect. Alien students who had mocked humans now watched him with intense curiosity, scribbling notes and attempting to mimic the deceptively simple techniques he had demonstrated. Instructors, some of whom had trained for centuries, reconsidered the foundations of their combat theory. Perhaps efficiency and precision mattered more than flashy maneuvers, speed, or multiple limbs. The human walked through the halls of the Academy, unhurried, his calm demeanor unchanged. Students, and even the elite champions, now nodded to him with cautious admiration, their previous arrogance replaced by a grudging recognition. He did not flaunt his skill. He simply let his results speak. In sparring sessions, aliens tried desperately to replicate his movements, but most failed, realizing that there was an unspoken depth behind his basic style. By the end of the week, a new respect for humans had taken root. For the first time, the Academy accepted that their assumptions had been flawed, and that sometimes underestimated beings could teach lessons that no amount of traditional training could. And somewhere deep inside, the human fighter smiled quietly, knowing that he had not only survived, but changed the way an entire alien institution would think about combat forever.